Hey gang, CJ from Excelsior Bodywork. You know me from the clinic room. I'm here with a CARS instructional video. I like to begin in quadruped and work spinal flexion and extension, and then move on to cervical spine, thoracic spine. So in quadruped, that'll be knees under hips, wrists, hands under shoulders. Start with a neutral spine and then slowly tip the pelvis forward, begin to arc the low back. Think about driving the tag in the back of your pants toward the back of your head and start to arc up segment by segment so that you make a big smile of your spine. Yoga calls this cat-cow. I think this is the cow pose, maybe. I like to call it a smile because your spine is smiling. So we're gonna arc up, and then we'll reverse that by tucking the tail. Try to go segment by segment. Try to move each bone of your spine one at a time as you push slowly, segment by segment, vertebrae by vertebrae, up into the cat, which I like to call the rainbow. So smile, rainbow. Here's your rainbow. Now we'll push away, push our hands and knees into the mat. We'll arc up into our biggest rainbow. Then we reverse that. Try to go segment by segment again. Move the spine, but the spine is 24 things. It's not just one thing. Start by tipping the pelvis forward and extending the low back. Crawl up your spine one at a time, one vertebrae at a time, until you're arced up in your biggest spinal smile, arcing hard, and reverse that by tucking the tail and beginning to flex the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Pull to the top of that. Good squeeze at the top. Good. Then we can go to this collapsed kneeling. So I'm on my ankles. If that's uncomfortable for you, you could be standing on your feet. You could be raised kneeling. I like collapsed kneeling. If that's trouble for your knees, find a different base position. This is infinitely adjustable. I like this here because it puts my low back into relative flexion. And from here, I'm gonna kind of irradiate, right? So I'm gonna develop some tension or grow some tension in my body, about 30%. Tuck my chin, this is spinal flexion. Then rotate. When I'm all out of rotation, I'm gonna side bend and begin to extend. I'm talking so my jaw is open a little bit, but at the top here, we wanna try to keep the jaw closed. You'll note that extension will try to pull your jaw down. So then from extension, I'm gonna rotate, side bend, pull around into flexion. Reverse that. I rotate right, side bend right, extend, rotate, side bend, flex. There's a silent rep for you. Now your compensations here will be, obviously you probably feel that as I turn, my spine might want to come with me. Don't let it. Try to move the cervical spine and the cervical spine only. This is your neck car. After the neck, you can come up, raise up, tall kneeling. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but with the cervical spine. So if you want, you can let the neck play. I kind of like to tuck the chin. Then I'm gonna pull into flexion, rotation, side bend, extend. And as I extend, try not to move your hips. Try to keep still on top of your hips. Just move your spine and crawl up your spine one at a time, just like we were doing in Smile and Rainbow. So I'm rotating, side bending. Make sure your hips aren't playing. Don't let them into the dance. We're just moving the thoracic spine. and back to flexion. Reverse that. Rotate, side bend, keeping that squeeze, that 30% irradiation, nice tension, just a little bit in the body so that you know where you are and you're controlling all of the motion. Rotate, side bend, extend, rotate, side bend, flex. Bingo.